people? This is Fisher12 back with another exciting video for you guys today, as always. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my predictions for WWE's upcoming pay-per-view Battleground, which is happening this Sunday. So we have a handful of matches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 matches, maybe 9 matches. We'll see. So we got a lot to talk about. Let's get into it. So starting on the kickoff show, we have Ty Dillinger versus Aiden English. I think this one's going to go to Ty Dillinger. I think it's going to be a clean babyface result. I think a loss here hurts Ty more than a win helps Aiden English. Aiden English could get the win because they're trying to get his new gimmick over, but I think they're going to give the win to Ty just for what I said previously. I would like to see this turn into a feud on future SmackDowns, though. I think that would be really interesting. Next, we have Mike Kanellis with Maria Kanellis versus Sami Zayn. This is a rematch from what we saw on SmackDown this past Thursday, and I said in that Let's Talk video that I was confused why this match wasn't on the pay-per-view, but they had announced it afterwards, so glad we're going to get it on the pay-per-view. Hopefully it's a much better match than what we saw on SmackDown, but I think it's going to be the same result. I think the win's going to go to Mike Kanellis just to further get over their Power of Love gimmick, and I think that'll be that. Then we have the Fatal 5-Way Elimination match for the #1 contender to the SmackDown Women's Championship, and this match is Charlotte versus Becky Lynch versus Natalya versus Tamina versus Lana. Hopefully it won't be Lana, because we've already seen too many Lana versus Naomi matches, and I don't want to see another. And because it's not going to be Lana, subsequently, hopefully it's not Tamina, because they've sort of paired Tamina with Lana, sort of redoing that whole AJ Tamina gimmick. Becky Lynch got the hot booking on Thursday SmackDown, so it's unlikely that she'll get the win this Sunday. It could be Natalya, because then you would have a heel versus a face, and then regardless of what the outcome was, maybe you have Carmella come in with the Money in the Bank briefcase to steal that away. But I think you would get a better heat payoff if she was cashing in on someone like Charlotte, who was taking the title away from Naomi, because I think that would be a more of a heat-creating moment. You know, you have two faces. It doesn't matter who wins. You're going to be happy either way. Awesome, Charlotte wins, new champion, very exciting, and then all of a sudden Carmella comes in and steals it. You know, that would create a lot of heat. That'd get a lot of booing. That would be the best way to do it. If you had anyone else in there and they win, it might not get the same reaction. Maybe it would for Becky Lynch, but like I said, because she got the hot booking on Thursday SmackDown, it's unlikely that she wins here on Sunday to face Naomi at SummerSlam. Then we have a rematch for the United States Championship with AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens. And I think AJ Styles is going to win here only because they've been teasing AJ versus Nakamura and AJ versus Cena. Nakamura specifically said, you know, one day you're going to call for the challenge, pointing to the title, and I will answer. And that brings me to sort of my next point. It's like if AJ loses and the title goes back to Kevin Owens, then we only had 1 week of AJ Styles Open US Challenge. And it's like, why would you bring back this gimmick only to have Cena come out, tease it potentially, and then to have it go away? Not only that, right now, I'm pretty sure he's the only face champion, and we need a face champion. So just further reason to keep it on AJ as opposed to putting it on another heel. So once again, I think AJ is going to win this one. Then we have Shinsuke Nakamura versus Baron Corbin, and I think this one's going to go to Shinsuke Nakamura, kind of like the Aiden English situation. I think it would be damaging to Nakamura's character if he loses to Baron Corbin, because I think, just from what I've heard on different podcasts and different YouTube channels and whatnot, there's some rumblings, or just the opinion that I've heard, that people think that Nakamura has been a little lackluster since he's come to the WWE. Not WWE, more the SmackDown main roster. He was fine on NXT a little bit, definitely lackluster than in Japan. And a totally different topic, but I think having him lose on this pay-per-view would hurt his character. And not only that, they like to sort of defeat Mr. Money in the Bank to sort of throw you off his scent, so to speak, so that when he does cash in, it catches you completely off guard because you weren't expecting him, because he's been on such a losing streak. So I think we're going to see the start of that with Baron Corbin, so I think Nakamura is going to get the win here. Then we have a rematch for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, The New Day versus the Usos. I think The New Day is going to win only because if the Usos win, there's no more babyface teams for them to fight. They've already fought them all. So what are you going to do? Start repeating teams? That doesn't really make for the best storyline. And if the New Day wins, that does set up a rematch feud that could carry into SummerSlam. Alternatively, if there's a DQ or another countout, that could also keep the feud continuing into some sort of stipulation match at SummerSlam where the Usos can't win in that fashion. So maybe like a steel cage or a ladder match or something like that. So if the New Day wins here, there's more directions you can go in than having the Uso win. So that's why I think the New Day are going to win here. Then we have John Cena versus Rusev in a flag match. And like I said in my Let's Talk video for Thursday's SmackDown, the Cena promo was too patriotic that I think it would cause non-kayfabe controversy if the U.S. didn't win here. You know, if the U.S. flag falls and the Bulgarian flag wins, that doesn't, even though it's all fake and make-believe, that could turn into news about the company that didn't turn out so well. So I think they're going to have John Cena win. Then that would also set up a Jinder versus Cena at SummerSlam if Jinder retains, which I'm going to talk about in our next match, actually, which is the Punjabi prison match for the WWE Championship, Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal. And I think Jinder Mahal is going to retain. I think the Punjabi prison match should be Jinder's match to win because he picked the stipulation. And there are more face superstar challengers that would be available for Jinder to face than heels. If you have Randy Orton win, who are you going to have him go up against? You know, because technically he's a face, so you're going to have him go up against Rusev, Baron Corbin, Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler. Like, these matches aren't exciting as, you know, a Jinder versus John Cena because Jinder is just like so much. People don't want to see the championship on him, so they're going to tune into a match where maybe he loses it. And then a potential bonus match, we have the Fashion Police versus whoever attacked them. And if that doesn't turn to a match, we're at least supposed to find out who attacked them, who destroyed their set, or their office rather, who killed their horse or their pony on a stick, whatever you want to call it. And there's been a lot of debate about who this is going to be, and to be completely honest with you, I have no idea who it's going to be. If you were to look at the SmackDown tag team situation, you have the Colognes, but Primo is injured, I believe, or Epico, one of them is injured right now. I think it's Primo. You have the Ascension, which they've already ruled out as possible suspects. You have the Hype Bros, which they're teasing a split currently, and they sort of kind of already ruled out as suspects. And that really kind of only leaves Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. They're not really doing anything right now, but they're not an official tag team yet, so maybe they reform and start a feud with the Fashion Police. Just looking at other options, Dolph Ziggler's not doing anything right now. Maybe it's him with some new partner that is going to come up from NXT or something that we don't know about. I'm not sure. I've also heard the Club thrown out there that because they're not doing anything on Raw, maybe they're going to come over to SmackDown. But even then, that just seems a little unlikely. And then you have to explain how they went from Raw to SmackDown to do all these things to mess with the Fashion Police and still then showed up on Raw and had that little segment with the Hardys and the Revival. And then on NXT, yeah, the Authors of Pain, but they have a match in NXT Brooklyn 3, which is on August 19th. So it almost wouldn't entirely make sense for them. They could go to SmackDown with the titles, but it really wouldn't make sense for them to be in that feud with the Fashion Police leading up to SummerSlam, but then also have this feud going with Sanity down in NXT that also is going up to SummerSlam. So I don't think it's going to be them. It looks like Luke Harper and Eric Rowan are going to be the most likely scenario here. I'm hoping it's Dolph Ziggler with a new partner. I think that would just be something new that we haven't seen before. It would be something for Dolph Ziggler to do, and whoever his new partner is, it could be a new dynamic, just adding something new to the SmackDown Tag Team division versus, you know, Harper and Rowan, which we've already seen, or the Club, because then you have the Club on SmackDown and they're heels, and then you have AJ on SmackDown who's a face, and then how do you explain that dynamic? It'd be more of a mess, so we'll see. I honestly have no idea. Let me know in the comments down below who you think it's going to be. But that is going to about wrap it up for our predictions video. In addition to who you think attacked the Fashion Police, let me know in the comments what your predictions are for this Sunday, and then we'll come back and review them on Monday. But unlike guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and take care.